Pomomacos, 7:36 p.m. on Saturday night at SpaceX build site in South Texas. Looking at the mega bay in the distance on the left and the high bay. Not much going on, just a general live stream I'm starting up. Welcome to the show. They did start, they moved the booster, I'm told, this way today. If you know where the booster went, let us know. I will speak what you say here in the chat. Get a view here to the right and to the left. It's a pretty windless night, no wind today. It's in the Mega Bay. Thanks. Jimmy Rios says it's in the Mega Bay. Everybody, the Booster 7, good stuff. Thank you. Good stuff. On it. Jimmy is on it. Good stuff. In the distance, I'll get it here to the right. In the way over distance over here is the launch site down that way. I may go down there later tonight, but I'm going to start out here. Just felt like a better thing to start it out over here. Hey, Tony. Good evening. Good stuff. I'll quickly say some of the happenings of today. Personally, I reached out to a company that does some drilling up in Austin, Texas, and they're looking for some help around the new year, after the new year. So I may get to go do some drilling of water wells, anywhere from 400 to 800 feet deep water wells, and learn how to do that over the starting next year. Cool stuff, Tony. Good stuff. Yeah, Lursad, I'm doing well. Doing well. I'm continuing to complicate things here, or to make them simpler. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm moving things forward in a variety of ways. Also, I'll get in a shot here, I guess, if I can get across. There's a large puddle in front of me, so it's going to be a little difficult. But let me see if I can get across the street here. I don't know if I can make this puddle here. Let me go around the side here, just a minute. Okay, in front of me here between the camera and myself, there's a large puddle of water. So anyway, I will talk more about the space stuff here, but today I reached out to a drilling company up in Austin, Texas. They're looking for help after the new year, so a water drilling company. So I may get to learn how to do that, and that'll be a good skill for drilling on some of the moons in the solar system. I also, for the Enceladus, the Orblander project that was proposed for the decadal survey, I have a page of that with, like, I don't know, 60, 70 names written on it. And I've gone through this page before and reached out to some of the people, but today I went again on LinkedIn and I reached out to all of them, all 60, 70 people on the Orblander mission, and on LinkedIn. And if they weren't on LinkedIn already, I sent them an email. So of the 60, 70 people on that page for the Orblander mission, there were maybe a few people that I couldn't locate their emails. So, but I do have their contact info. A very interesting group of people, and already about 20 of those people are friends with myself on LinkedIn. So I'm making some progress there. And what else? Things are good. That's it. Things are good. I'll check out the chat. That's the update. See you soon. Okay, back to the camera here. Sounds good. Good stuff, Lorside. Thanks. Jimmy says, this rollback must be more robustness upgrades in engine isolation shielding. Water drilling, it will give you knowledge of, yeah, how they extract the water. That's right, Tony. That's exactly what I was thinking too. I've been interested in that kind of thing in the past, but I didn't have a reason to learn it. But I just saw it today as an opportunity, and I called the guy who running the company. He said to call him after the new year. He may have like 40 wells he needs to. The University of Texas, I don't know if it's RGV or what, but he, I don't know if it's a small drilling company or not, but they have a partnership with one of the branches of the University of Texas, and after the new year, they're supposed to be drilling maybe 40 wells. So it's pretty exciting. I'll get to learn that skill if it all turns to be, that'll be great. And then who knows, maybe I would go to the Antarctic and do some drilling there on some other project or whatnot. So that could lead to other things for the water stuff. I was looking to if there were any ways to buy a water company or something like that. That would be more experience as well in storing water and stuff like that. So I just thought to set up the camera here tonight and see if anything exciting happens, or at least to get a different shot, and also enjoy the chat. I can zoom in a bit, getting the zoomed out shot first. Again, I'm on the lookout for Gwyn Shotwell, everybody, so if you know of Gwyn being on site or anything like that, let me know. I'd like to, that would be something special, something new, something different to see Gwyn on site. We've seen Elon. The next thing would be to see Gwyn. Okay, Sanity Claus says, I used to build water treatment plants. Awesome, awesome. That's where the flag usually sits over there. Good stuff. This building here is typically where I've heard that Elon has spent a lot of time in this building here, the Stargate building. And I don't know if Gwyn would be in this building or not, but there's probably a good chance that that would be one of the main spots that where she would work out of if she were on site. I don't know if she's on site or not, but. Some of the backstory about this building, the Stargate RGV building, it used to be, I believe it was, they used to be in collaboration with the University of Texas, and there used to be some classes here on site, but what I heard is that the students and the staff were not really treating SpaceX correctly. They weren't realizing the gift they were getting by being here on site and the opportunity they had, and they started complaining about some things. So SpaceX said, take a hike, hike, take a hike. And so they are no longer on site anymore, the University of Texas RGV. But there were plans at one point to, and there were some classes going on here. And I believe this building was being used for some of that. I think they still do, or they used to do tours on Fridays for some of the school children, and they would bring them through the site here. So that was something in addition to the that they were doing here on site. I knew one of the gentlemen, one of the engineers who was part of that Friday school tours here at SpaceX. So they do outreach for the community. I had the opportunity, after everything that happened today, I was thinking about maybe I would go to town and I would stay in town and go to one of the clubs or something and kind of meet some people, but nah, just keep doing what I'm doing here. that stuff will happen. But I had the urge a little bit to go to look around some of the clubs tonight, but I didn't. I'm here. Keep my nose to the wheel here. Yeah, so there's some type of Starship in this building here. I saw it from the side here. I could get the shot. The truck is to the right about 100 feet to the right, and from that angle, we could see the Starship over there. I could get that shot if you want to see it. I don't know if it's worth seeing, but we can see about a decent amount, maybe a third or a half of the width of the Starship if I move to the right a bit. I will probably go down to the launch site today too and get some shots from there. I'm excited about doing some edited videos. I'm still, there's maybe one or two more of the interview videos that Phidias did with some different gentlemen. I just finished watching a video he did with a gentleman from Greece who has like, he was like one of the top YouTubers in Greece, and their analysis of different things as far as growing the channel and things like that. So, but I plan to do some edited videos, and I've got a bunch of ideas written down on paper, and I'm gonna keep putting more things down on paper. But instead of just shooting video and doing commentary, I'm going to approach it. I'm planning to approach it this year in the next year in more of a planned, thought out manner. So that's what's maybe coming in the future. With editors and things like that. As I do other work and I have money to spend on editors and things, I'll be able to make better videos. So. I was listening to some music down here this evening, and I'll put one of those. Link to one of those music on the channel after this is over. Okay, so Tony says it's the 29 nose is outside, so the SN29. Let me get a zoom in shot on that. Okay, sounds good. Let me get that shot. It seems like forever there's been a nose cone out here. I don't know if this is a new one or what, but for the last several weeks, there's been a nose cone here. I don't know if it's the same one or what, but yeah. If you're on LinkedIn, my LinkedIn connections are growing pretty fast. Anytime I learn about a new space company or something like that, I try and learn more about it, and so I've got over 2,000 space-related LinkedIn connections now. Everything, I've got like maybe 6 or 7 astronauts who I'm friends with on LinkedIn, and many, many different scientists throughout many different companies, space companies, including some of the BlackRock and European central bank type stuff, people. So from every angle, from every aspect of types of person that would be involved in a space mission, from finance to materials, Colorado School of Mines, all kind of different things. I'm making all these different connections. If you have any other ideas or suggestions about companies to look into on LinkedIn, let me know. Okay, Tony says this nose cone has been in and out of the high bay. Awesome, this nose cone here. Wow. Yeah, okay. You know, the Starship in the high bay there on the left, it has a nose cone on it, so it's pretty interesting. Stuart Ski says they should take the nose cone and put it on top of the booster for a 10,000 foot hop, catching it with the chopsticks. Huh. Yeah, so that would be kind of interesting. Take one of these nose cones on the right, put it on a booster on top of the grid fin area, huh? That would be interesting. For a, what was it, a 10,000 foot hop and catch it with the chopsticks. That'd be interesting. Kind of a hybrid kind of thing. I think today or last night, SpaceX launched a Star something. It was a new service that they're offering for the military for 3 types of service from the from orbit. I think reconnaissance type stuff, and in addition to transport and something else. So they opened a new cash flow sector for SpaceX for the defense and military. Okay, so Tony says that's Starship 28 in the high bay. Okay, Starship 28 is there, and again in the mega bay, Starship it's Booster 7 in the mega bay, Starship 28 in the high bay, and then that would be nose cone 29 to the right there. Okay, cool. 28 in the high bay, 29 nose cone, and Booster 7. Got stuff. Stuart says booster test flight with no Starship. Oh wow, that'd be interesting. Okay, interesting. Thanks, Tony. Tony Juto, everybody. Tony Juti, everybody, with the info, and Stuart as well. So the year is 2022. The date is December 3rd. It's a Saturday night, and this is what's going on here in South Texas at the Starbase build site. To date, we haven't had any launches any orbital launches of the Starship. So at this point in time, we're still working on. They're still working on getting that first launch. It's been kind of a what is it called? A long wait. It's been over a year. I think the last launch was in May of 2021. So it's been over a year since any type of launch has been attempted. They've been in for a long time. They were waiting on the FAA approval, and it's still kind of a waiting game as far as the watching what's going on here and seeing, kind of guessing when the next launch might be. I was predicting, I had predicted December 5th, and that's going to be this Monday, and it doesn't look like, since they moved the booster back, that there's going to be any type of launch this Monday. So I would definitely have to push it back maybe 2-3 months or more. So we're looking probably February or later for a launch here at SpaceX. It looks like they're not going to get that launch before the end of the year that Elon was looking for. He was looking for the, by the end of the year, Elon had said he was looking for the self-driving vehicle and also the launch of the Starship into suborbital at orbital speed launch of the Starship booster combo. I don't know where the self-driving vehicle is at, or whether it's been approved yet or launched or whatever, but it doesn't look like the Starship's going to launch before the end of the year. So, the Twitter, he ended up buying Twitter this year within the last month or two. So that has taken up a lot of stuff, as well as the downturn in the stock market and other things. So, and the backlash over his actions on Twitter by half the population. So we're kind of exciting times as far as social happenings. And for sure that has affected other of these Tesla, SpaceX businesses, Neuralink. There was a big Neuralink presentation a day or two ago, and that was kind of exciting. It was short. I mean, I didn't watch it live, so I watched some of the replays. It was about an hour long. It was exciting, but exciting stuff. There's also a gentleman suing, or I don't know, he got fired from SpaceX because he was, I think, in his 60s, and they fired him because some of the people thought he might die or retire, so they and they said he was not on a career track, so they were actually, this is apparently what happened. They hired a bunch of people to take a bunch of the different aspects of the one job that he was performing, and he had injured his back or whatever, but I think he got better, but they told him he was not on a career track, but they hired a bunch of people to take up different aspects of the job he was performing, an engineer, and apparently he was saying that for a while they had been, that SpaceX likes to hire people who are less than 40 years old. So, and anyone older than that, there was some type of looking down upon people who were over 40 years old. So even though this guy was much better than everybody underneath him, and it took many people, they had to hire many people to do the one job that this guy was doing. So it's pretty interesting. I'd like to keep my ears open for anything else like that coming out. But I know I applied at least 40 different times to different jobs at SpaceX, and I'm much healthier than most people. I have a bachelor's in holistic wellness, and I got like a very high. I'm very good at math and all other stuff, and you know, I didn't even get an interview with SpaceX. I'm 46 years old though, so. I would tend to agree with the gentleman who is in his 60s that SpaceX probably does have some type of stigma when it comes to hiring older people. I don't, you know, maybe it's because Elon's in his 50s and he wants everybody to be younger than him, and if there's anyone similar age to Elon, he might feel some competition, or maybe just some of the other staff might feel threatened in their business if someone more knowledgeable were to say, hey, what you're talking about is bullshit or something like that, so, or you don't know what you're talking about. So that's probably what's going on. They just like to hire people straight out of college because they're willing to absorb whatever they're given, and without giving any other perspectives. So do this, and they do it, and they don't really care to have a dialogue. So that's probably what's going on across the SpaceX and maybe some of the other sectors of the Elon Musk empire. But that's the prerogative of someone who owns their own business. So, but it's probably true that that's probably what's going on. Okay, it should say Sunday the 4th December, as it's in the UK. It says Tony. Yep, it's also the 4th of December in different areas of the globe. Thank you. I should say December 3rd and December 4th, Saturday and Sunday live streaming. That would be great. I might start doing something like that, Tony. Thanks. Sanity says many companies do this. Alan Coker says, very high standard to work for SpaceX. Well, you know, if you're hiring people that are young who don't have a lot of experience, then I don't know if that's a high standard, or they just don't want to, I don't know if that's a high standard or not, you know, so, you know. Sanity Claus says, interviewer, so Mr. West, what'd you make at your last job? What'd you make? Many mistakes and inappropriate comments. That's funny, Sanity. I mean, that's funny. So Sanity Claus again writes here, interviewer. So, Mr. West, what did you make at your last job, like money-wise or whatever, or product or whatever? And I guess Sanity Claus is saying here, many mistakes and inappropriate comments. Yeah. if I do end up going to Austin, Texas after the new year on that well drilling job, I want to see if there's a camera I can find between now and then that can take care of itself, that can work with the Starlink for an internet connection, so that I can actually have that camera keep working. Now, I would spend more money on something that would actually work and take care of itself. So if you know of anything, let me know. I can still log into it remotely, or if I need to have someone service the camera, but I'd like to keep the camera going if that's possible. If you know of anything, I'm gonna start looking a little bit more with a purpose, see if I can find a camera that can do the job. I mean, it'd be a great opportunity. And maybe I would still be able to drive down every now and then, every weekend or other weekend, and service the camera and do some shots here from Austin. It's not that long of a drive, so I would probably make that a purpose priority if that drilling thing came through. So this is the mid bay in front of us. This is the mid bay here, and yeah, maybe it's getting close to time to going down to the launch site. I think I still have a few things to say. I got to remember what they were, but I do had a few other things to say. Maybe I'll say them when I get to the launch site. Slow down. Oh, sorry about that. I forgot that. Okay, yeah, Santa Claus says if you end up drilling wells, water wells, you could make videos of that to post on your site. Yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, I did remember what else I want to say. There, in addition to reaching out to a bunch of people on the Enceladus decadal survey. Oh, the car that sped up. I got you. Thanks, Tony. Slow down for that car, right? There is a okay, on the OceanCam website, there is a investor page, and on that page there's a pitch deck, and on the last page of that pitch deck there is a link to an updated visual picture of all the different missions, space missions that have gone and are currently going on throughout the solar system. On that page, I was thinking I'm definitely going to reach out to all the different space missions, and I spoke about this a little bit yesterday, but I could do that during a live stream too. I could do a screen capture and do a real-time going through each of those missions and reaching out to the people on a live stream, just like I'd have to have my laptop set up, and maybe I would do this tomorrow or some other day and start some of that learning about the different space missions underway in the past, and connecting with those people who are running those missions. And we could, if you were interested, you could participate, or I would get feedback from you guys in real time as I went through those different missions, learned about them, and looked up stuff online. You know, just it would be like an OBS live stream broadcast, and looking up different contact info, looking at different Wikipedia pages, and you know, I could, instead of just doing all that on my own, I could do it live stream. That might be interesting. And maybe over time, as I do more and more of that, it will be more be fun, and kind of a group think kind of thing. You know, could be interesting. Otherwise, I could just make a video of me doing it, and maybe that's what I edit every week or whatever. that in addition to other videos could be something creative that I put together for the Fridays. Maybe throughout the week I video myself making these different connections, and then upload the edited video on Friday of everything that happened during the week. Yeah. All right, so that was the last thing I want to mention. I will go to the launch site. I'm going to put my jacket on as well. You know, mosquitoes can't bite through a plastic jacket, so I have one of those, what is it called? It's not a Coleman jacket, it's some other kind of a hiking plastic jacket that I'm going to put on so these mosquitoes can't bite me. All right, good stuff. It's been fun. And I will tune in and log on in about 20 minutes or so down by the launch site. Tony, nice to see you. Sanity, great stuff. And let me check out who else. Alan, nice to meet you again. And see you soon. I'm gonna sign out here. Aiden, good to see you. Stuart, and let me see. Jimmy, good to see you as well. All right, in 10 seconds, I'm gonna log out. 10, 9, 8. Ending this live stream. See you soon.